This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Have you all practiced the previous thing?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will discuss some of the other additional options what we have. So we have already learned about uh, sets and then grouping. This we have done. Sets and grouping we have done. So rest of the other options also we will see. Okay. So let me open a new tab. I'll share you the screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's discuss the other options what we have to work on with. Okay, so I'll just start with the sheet. So sheet 1. So previously we have discussed regarding the things that is grouping and the other options like sets. So now I have a new things. So the I'm not using the same visualization which I used to create, which I used to share with you. This one. So this charts and the other options what I've done. This I'll share you later, like till last class whatever I've done. So I'm using a new Tableau screen. So where I will be adding the other sheets in this, because too many sheets then the storage will also, when I share with you, like when you people will be loading the data, it will be difficult for you to load. So that's what I'm just using the new one, but you, if you want, you can continue in the same thing, and I'm also using the same data. Okay, so this is the data what I have now. Today we are going to discuss something related to measures. It's something like something similar to um, sets itself, sets and grouping itself, but here we call it as bins. Let it be this. I'll share it. I'll put it in the next sheet. Okay, so we are going to discuss about bins. What is bins? Bins is something where we are creating a container kind of things, or you can say it as a box, or as a groups. Now, what kind of things we will be creating? Bins. So you can say it is a bucket. So where we will be storing lot of options in one thing. Say, let me give you an example. Suppose we have let me give you an example with the college itself. So we, in a college, there will be a many student. Assume that there will be at least like around 10,000 students. Okay, 10,000 students, entire college, at least this. Each college you can take 100 like 100 student each classes. Now what I want to do is, if there are 10,000 students, okay, I want to have a bucket. Saying the bucket, say like bins, where I may have students 0 to 100, 100 to 200, like this. Or I want to categorize based on the course. Based on the course I want to divide the people, or based on the department I want to do, right? So like this I have to divide the students. So when I'm dividing the students, and also based on semester wise. Okay, so I have to divide the students which place, which department they will be doing. So this way wise. So course department I want like arts. If I take in a arts, I have a BA. In a BA, you may have the other specializations based on history, based on journalism, like that. And next one psychology. Or if you're going to commerce, you have a like commerce BCom, or you have a business, you have an economics major, you have many things, like whichever you want to do, accounts and a major, like that department if you are taking. So accounts department, you have HR department, like this many department wise. The students, teachers, department wise, if you want you can do that. Or even the building wise, block wise, engineering block, commerce block, arts block, like this block wise you want to do, we have to divide it. So most of the times this bin says, suppose I want to create a bin, any of this option, if you go for this create option, I have here calculation field, group, sets and parameters. Okay, now when I go for this same thing, say suppose sales, I'll right click, I have a create option. Here I have a calculation field, groups, bins and then parameters. So here we have a bins. So bins option is only used in where, this bins option is only used in measures, that is only applicable for the values, not for the dimensions. Okay, not for the dimension. So let's see how this is going to work when we have this bins created in our tableau visualization. So what I will do, I'll go for this right click, go for create bins. Okay, in a bin, sales bin it is saying. Okay, let it be the same name. So total bin size is 187. So minimum sales is 3, minimum sales is 3, maximum sales is 6517. By default it is same. Now what I will do, this bin size I will change it into 10. 10. Okay, 10 I'm changing, and let's see this how it is going to work. Okay, or I will change here as 100. Okay, so just saying here as 100 and I'll click on this. Okay, so now see, you can see this has been, though I have created in a measures, bin has been added in a charts. Now say example, um, let's take here, hmm, I'll create a option here. Okay, I'll take here the product name and the sales I'm taking here. So these are the sales. Now have this bin, sales bin, I'll drag this and put it into filters. Now see, I want to see 0 to 100. I'll click on this apply option. See, which is less than 100. So this hundreds it is showing me 200, 300, 400. Okay, let me take it here till 1000. I'll apply. Now see, this is showing. Okay, let me take in a other method. Let me take it in a another method. We will work on this. How this is going to show, we will see. So instead of product name, I'll remove this product name. I'll remove the sales also. Now I'm taking the sales. Then I have a sales bin. Okay, I take the sales bin and I'm putting it. So 0, 100, 200, 300. So this I have. Now I'm taking the sales and I'll drop it here. So less than 0 to 100, this much sales has happened. 100 to 200, these are the sales. 200 to 300, this is the sales. See, between this 100 to 200, this is the sales. 200 to 300, this is the sales has happened. Okay, now same thing, we will just modify. I'm just going to modify this. I'll go for this edit. We will go for edit. Okay, so instead of 100, I'm keeping here as 1000 and I'll click on this. Okay, now see, this is the difference. So 0 to 1000, this much sales. 1000 to 2000, these are the sales. So like this, automatically it is bifurcating. Okay, automatically it is bifurcating. So what I'm doing, I have here sales bin 0 to 1000, 1000 to 3 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. Like this we have a list. Now I have to know what is the sales that has happened. Now what I will do, I'll take here the sales value and I will drop it. So as soon as I drop it, what happened? It shows me. So less 0 to 1000, these are the sales. 2000 to 1, so 0 to 1000. So less than 1000 is this. 1000, so 2000 to less, you have like this. Between 2000, these are the sales. So 2000 to 2001 to 3000, this is the sales. 3001 to 4000, this is the sales. Like this, each and every sales individually it is being given. You got the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will try in another method. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll add another sheet. This time what we will do, I will take the sales bin and drop it into this row. So 0 to 1000. Next one, um, let's go with the customer name. Customer name, I'll put it into column. So what happened? It is only showing me this thing. Now what I will do, I'll take here customer name. I'll go for this measures, take it as count because I want to know each and every customer in which range they have made a purchase. So I'll take it as count. So see 0 to 1000. 0 to 1000 is a more number of sales. Then 1001 to 2000, these are the sales. 2001 to 3000, this is the sales. 3001 to 4000, this is the sales. So each and every sales is given here till 6000. So this is what is in hierarchy, how the sales is been happening. Or instead of this, you can also doing the same thing in another method where you can take a sales bin, put it into a row. Then we have a customer name. I'll put it into the text box. Here, I will again convert this into count. Both are same, anything. So the number of sales that has happened between this 7522. So 7,522 customers had made a sales between 0 to 1000. Between 1001 to 2392. Between 2001 to 3098. So 3000 to 4000 is 20. 4000 to 5000 is 8. 5000 to 6000 is 6. 6000 and above, the people who has made is 1. Okay, so like this by default thousand wise it is bifurcating. Either you want to see in a chart wise, you can see. If you want it in a table wise, you can see. Or you have the option here also. So the total amount sales, the total number of customer sales, what has happened, this three I have shown you. You can try this so that I can go for the next option. Or in case if you want me to show once again, I'll show you this. Samya, which one you want me to repeat, ma? You have messaged me. Sorry, I'm seeing now. You messaged at 6:16. Sales bin. Fine. Okay, let me create a sales bin now. Okay, so let's do this time with the profit. Instead of sales, I'm going to do with the profit, or we will go with the quantity. Okay, I'll just right click here and I'll go for this create. I have a bin. When I go for bin, the minimum number of quantity is 1 and the maximum number of quantity is 14. Okay, so what we will do, bin size, we will create to 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, like that. Okay, So I'm creating here 5. 0 to 5, 6 to 7. So 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. Like that, we are going to create a bins. So I'm creating here the size. So by default, it will suggest you the size. Since it is a 14, by default, it will calculate and it will suggest. But I want it based on a 5. I'll click on this OK. Now what we will do, we will go for the next sheet. Now I'm taking this bin quantity. See, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 and above. Three things has been created. Now I will take how many number of quantities is been sold. So it says the total number of quantities. The total number of quantities, how much is sold in each and everything. Suppose if I want to know the based on the product, right? Based on the product, how many quantities is sold. So what I will do, I will take this bin, okay, quantity bin to the row, then I will take the product. We have a product here, so name to the column, add all the members. So all the members has been added. Since it is not showing me how many quantities or how many products that has been sold, it's only showing me the text ABC. What we will do, we'll go for this product name, drop down, go to the measures, take it as count. Now this is saying me the sales that has happened. But instead of chart, if I want to see this in a table, you can directly click on this table, text table, or you can create it in another way also. I'm taking this sales bin, and I'm taking this, sorry, not the sales bin, I have to take a quantity bin. Then what I will do after this, text. So which one? Product name to the text. So it is showing me the names. Here again I will convert measures to the count. Now you can see how many quantities here. These are the sales. Here total number of quantities. Here total number of product. Okay, so each and every product wise it is showing me like this. Did you understand this? Okay, now you can try to do this. While doing, if you get any doubt, you can tell me. Once you have done, just let me know.
finish, mom.
Okay, so I'm just giving a notes here. So number of units sold might be each product. Let me take here as something like 12,000. 12,000 total number of units sold. So in this, let's take here as I need a range 0 to 1,000, 1,001 to 2,000, 2,001 to 3,000, like this. I need so on list. So for this, we use a sets. Okay. Now what we want, we will be taking here based on the other things. Okay. Say, suppose if same thing, let's take, have a quantity. This is what I have given. Now let me take here the next one. I'll take click on this. Say suppose product name I bought it here, number of quantities I'm putting here. So these are the number of products sold. Now I'll take this quantity bin and put it into filters. So I want to know till this 5. Click on OK. See, these are the units. Okay. Let me go for edit filters. I will remove this. Only this I want. So see, so 5 above 5, like above 10. See, every quantities, if you see, all the quantities is above 10 only. There is nothing less than 10. Less than 10, there is no quantity. Same thing again, I will go for this again, edit filters. So I want to see more than 0 but less than 5, more than 0 but less than 5. But see, when I apply this and I apply on the second condition also, then we will see apply. Now see, so these are the number of quantities that are being sold. These are the number of quantities that are being sold between this range 0 to 5. These are the number of quantities. So 0 to 5 and 5 to 10. So 0 to 10, these are the number of quantities sold. If I take more than 10, then I will click on this OK. Now see, these are the quantities. Okay, let's do in one more method. So all the filters I'm having, sum of quantity. Now what I will do, I'll take a quantity. Again, I am putting into this text box. Okay, or I will take this quantity and putting into here column. Okay, I'll hold a control, again take here 2 times, again hold a control, third time, 3 times I have taken. Okay, now what I will do, for the first one, first quantity I'm clicking here, I'll go for this edit filters, I'll click on this apply. See the changes. Okay, so again I will take this, I'll click on this OK. Now second one, I will take this quantity. I'll go for this filters, edit the filters. Here I will take 5 and above, apply. But the thing is, all the charts is changing. All the charts is changing. Okay, so let me do here another one. So instead of this, let me clear the sheet. I'll clear the sheet. I will take a product name and number of quantities. These are the total number of quantities which we have made. Now what I will do, I will duplicate this. I'll duplicate this. Now I'm taking here quantity bin here. 0 I will take, apply. So 16. Okay. Hmm. So again what I will do, I will add one more. Let me duplicate this. Okay, I'm just adding another duplication. So now what I will do, again here in the say quantity bin, I will take 5 and above. Again one more I will take. So 0 to 5 is over, 5 and above is over. Now I will take this another one, I'll duplicate it, fourth one. So here I'm changing edit filters, I will take it as 10 and I'll click on this OK. Now see, first product 10 plus 5, 15 plus 16. So how much it is? 10 plus 5, 15 plus 16. So it is 31. 31, right? So see, exactly 31 we have. So what it is? So the sales that has happened. So what we have given here is based on a quantity. Okay. Number of quantity, the minimum number of quantity. Minimum number of quantity sold is 3. Maximum number of quantity sold is 14. Maximum was 14, right? See, when we go for this, I'll just click on this. Instead of edit filters, I'll go for this quantity. I'll go for edit. So here minimum is 1, maximum is 14. Okay, difference is 13. So what we have taken, the size of bin. Okay, so size of bin, size of bin what we have taken as 5, which means we need a report 0 to 5, right? 5 to 10, or you can say yes, 5 to 10, then 10 and above, what we need. So assume that there is a example, there is a product A. This product A, okay, people, or you can say customer. Customer means all the customer. You have to say take it as all the customers. Okay, 0 to 5. Okay, 0 to 5. What sales they have made here? They have made 16. They have made a 16 product sales. Okay, then let me put it here below this. 5 to 10, they made a sale of 5. 10 and above, they made a sale of 10. If you see here, so 10 quantity, first product. Okay, so that means the total number of quantity sold is 36. So you came to know here. So that is 16 plus 5 plus 10, which gives you 36. You can try this now. So this is the total number of quantities. So the product name I have taken, the sum of quantity I have dropped into a text. Okay. Then from the second one I have taken up quantity bins. In this filters I have taken here 0, and in second one I have taken a 5, and in third one I have taken a 10. You can try this. Try this. In case if you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Finish, mom.
Yeah, tell me, Priyanka, do you have any doubts?
Done, mom.
Okay. Fine. Next, we will see with the filter option. Okay. Filters, how this filters at all is applied, that we will check. Okay. So you know what is filters is. So I don't have to give you explanation. So the next thing what we are going to see is filters. Okay. Now what we will do, we will apply the filters here. So just we will take some of the value. So I'm taking here subcategory and the sales. Sales. Okay, so this you can see in any method. So first of all we will convert this into a table. Later I'll show you in a chart. Okay, now this one I want to apply the filters based on a region. Assume that based on a region, or just take it here, we will use apply the filters first based on a subcategory itself. I will take this subcategory and drop it into filters. Now see, I got this all the option. Now what I'll do, I'll take none because I don't want to select anything. I have to see here accessories, or I will go with art, binders, bookcase, copier, envelopes, labels, papers. That's all. Now I'll click on this apply. See, the one which I have given a filters, only that is been selected. Again, I'll click on this OK. Now let's go with this chart. See, only this much is being shown. Okay, either it is in a chart format or it is in table format. Okay, so table format or in chart format, whichever you will apply the filters, only that it will show you. Now again I go with the edit filters. I'll take it as none. Now I will just take this binders, bookcase, chair, copier, envelopes, only 5 option. Now see, I'll click on this apply. Now see, only that things has been displayed. Again I take it as none. Let me go for the stable, supply, storage, phones, papers, machines, labels, apply. So see, only those things is been displayed. If I select all, and then apply, all these things will be displayed. So how you want to display it, that you can take it. So now I am having everything. So what I will do, I will do like this. So I will only take the particular filters option which I need to display. Edit the filters. So in this, I will take the one which starts with A and B. So accessories, appliances, art, binders, books. So that's all I'm taking. Apply. Okay. Same thing here in a charts. I've already applied some filters. Only that it has been displayed. So I will do the another method. I'm taking the same thing. I'll take here subcategory. Then I will take a sales. So we also have here the segment and the category, right? So let me take here category. I'm putting a category here. So now see, I want to see only which is furnitures related. Apply, see. If I want to see office supplies, so that I can see. If I want to see the technology, I can see like this. So this is how I can apply whatever I have to see it. Or if I want to take it in a based on a segment wise. So I'm taking a accessories, that is the table. Then I take a sales value. Let me put it in a chart this time. This time we are using a chart, and this color bars color I will change. I'll go for more colors. I've just changed the color. Now what I want, I will take this segment, drop it here. Okay, look at the changes. I'm taking a consumer, apply. See this bars will change. If I'm taking corporate, apply. If I'm taking home office, apply. See bars will change. If I take it as all, okay, this is the sales. So based on what you want to apply, that you can select it. So I'm going to apply here whichever I have to do. Say suppose corporate, apply, okay, like this. So I've shown you three things. One is I have taken a sum of sales of subcategory. In a subcategory only filters. Then based on a category with the subcategory we have applied a filters. Next subcategory based on a segment we have applied the filters. You can try this. Then I'll go with the advanced filter option. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we go for the next option?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So now we will go for the next option. I'm going to take here based on whatever we can apply that filters we will see. Now this time, mm, yeah. So another filter you can try this. So subcategory you can filter it. I'm giving you this as a task. So instead of segment, you will try the region as a filter. So this is your task. You can try this. Try this. I'll give you 1 minute. Then I will go for the next one.
Finish, mom.
Okay. So next what we will do, we will apply the filters by saying some dynamic values and we will check it out. Okay. So, okay. See, I told you to try with the next option, that is my subcategory and the sales value. Then let me try this into some chart. Let me take it as entire view. I'll take the sales value to the labels and then subcategory also to the labels. These are the sales that it is showing. Or what we will do, we will change it into simple format. Let it be this only bar chart itself. Okay, let this be in a bar chart itself. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to take a region. So location, in this location I'll take this region. So have to apply the central. Okay, now again after that I have to click on OK. So this is closed. Each and every time if I have to see each and every options, we have to click on some certain option, click on OK. This only we have to see. So what we will do, we will do one thing. We have an option here as show filters. We have an option here as show filters. Click on this. So if you click on this, you'll get this option here. So I can select north, central, or even east. So like this, whichever you want, that you can see individually. You can select these options and apply the filters based on your requirement. Okay, so only thing is you have to click on the C. Since I have selected none, no charts has been displayed. I select central, then a north, then a south. So this is how it is displayed. I'll take one more thing. I'll take the region and drop it here. Can you see this? So again, I will take this region and drop it into colors. So each and every region is in different color. I'll remove all the filters. Central, then I take a north, then I take a south. See, each and everything how it is changing. So based on this you can see the chart. Okay, however you want. Suppose if I'm applying like this, so this is how it is showing me. Now here also I will remove the north, so it is only showing me central and south. If I remove the south, it is only showing me central. So in this way, whichever you want to create a chart, like that you can take it. So what I've done, column I've taken a category, row I've taken a sales, then region I've dropped into filters, again region into colors to see the bifurcation of the colors. Without this also I can see, without this region also I can see, because see the bars will change. So south, I'm adding here and north and then central. See, automatically it will change. But since to make you understand, to show you the difference, how it is changing, I've took the colors. So that is based on a region, I've taken a colors. If not, instead of this, let's take here instead of region, we will take here category. I'll take the category into the colors. Now see, these are the categories. Now what I'm doing, I will take remove the central, I'll remove the north, I'll remove the south. So only south, so this. See, individually you can see this. If you want to change the chart type, you can change like this. So this is how it is showing me. If you want it like a bars, you can do this. Anything, however you want, like that you can change it. Okay, if not category, I will take the segment and put it into colors. So this is a segment wise. Now see, segment is in a color. Now I will remove all the filters, only central, north, south. So each and everything will show you the filters option. So to show the filters, I just clicked on this drop down, show filters. So this is showing you the filters. You can apply this, try this. Have you all done? Are you people still doing it?
Done, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay, let's go for the next one. Now, see, we will take a option state to the row. We have a state to the row, and I'm taking here sales. This time again we are going to apply the filters, but a bit different. This time we are taking sales itself to the filters. Okay, I'll take it as sum. And next. Okay, this is the total sales. Okay, wait, let me come to this. I'll go for this chart first. I'll convert this into a chart. Okay, now what we will do, we will take a region and I'll apply this as a chart. Okay, now I'll click on this show filters. So I will take central. In central, whatever the state we have. In north, whatever the state we have. In south, whatever the state we have, this it is showing me. Okay, now what I have to do is, this is only showing me this filters. So we will try the different methods of filter option. Excuse me, how it is going to display. Now see, as we have given a edit filters, this edit filters option is showing me. I have this drop down. As soon as I click on this drop down, can you see? As soon as I click on this edit filters option I have and remove filters. This I will tell you, apply to worksheets. This I'll tell you later. Then these are the other options. Now what I have here is single valued list. So what happens here? I'll remove this. Suppose I'm selecting south, I'm selecting north, two values I can select it. Right? I'll remove the filters. So it has been applied to all. Now you have here single value list. As soon as I select, I can only select either one of the option. I cannot select central and north, central and south. Okay, only one option I can select it. This is single valued option. Then what I have single value only but in a drop down option. So I can take here central, I can take here north, I can take here south. Okay, so let me put this region into colors so you can see this region into colors. Okay, so each and every region. So this is south. As soon as I select central, central is in this color, and then I go for all. Now you can see red, blue, orange, right? So same thing, central, only blue, north, orange. Then I have a south. Then I have here remove the filters. As soon as I remove, all will be applicable. Again, we'll go for the next option. Single value slider. I'll select this. Now see, it says all. There is a slider. You can move this. Move this. You can click on this. Move here, or you can use this arrow mark. Arrow mark to move. If not, you have the single point as tiny dot. If I click on this tiny dot, automatically it will move on that side. See last one, first one, in between, wherever you will select, automatically it will move. Remove the filters if you want, or again you can move this arrow mark also to move towards the right side, left side, or you can click on the particular dot. So it will go for that particular dot in order to show you this filters. Now next one. So we have seen this single value list. So what is the single value list was showing me? It was allowing me only one option to select with this radio button. That is a round button you will be having. So this you have supposed to select. In the next option, what has happened? I had a drop down here also single one. But here in a third one, what happened? It is also a single value, but I was having a slider. In this, the last option what we have is multi-value list. This is what we were getting in a drop-down when we first applied the show filter. So I can select two options, three options, four options, all the options, anything I can apply this option. And the same thing, you have a multi-values option is done. Okay, multi-value list, then you have multi-values drop-down. So you can click on this. I am removing central and south I want to see. Then I select this, see central and south. Again drop down, I'll remove this central. I'll only take north and south. So only north and south will be displayed. So this method multi-value with the drop down list. Custom list means you have a list. Suppose I want to see only the central, type here as a central and press enter. Now see, it will show you like this. Enter, type it. Suppose I will remove this, I want north. So you will get your list north, you select it. So see, south you want it, so you just need to type here north, select it. So it will show you like this. Custom list, you can select the custom whatever you want, that you can do. If not, you have an option here as, instead of custom list wildcard. So I will take here as central. See, there is a spelling mistake, so it is not showing me central. I type, then I'm getting here. I'll go with this. Again, I will type here as south. So I got this like this. Whichever the kind of drop down, the type of filters you want to display, that you can take. I prefer using this multi-value list. I'll click on this. Then I can apply whatever the filters I have to do it. So you can try this, the type of applying the settings on a filters. So filter option display. It's nothing but your settings. Try all the methods which I've shown you. Have you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we will apply the other kinds of filters. Now, okay, I'll take here the customer name. Okay, the customer name, and we will apply filters on this. So if you still want to apply some values here, you can take it. So I'm just taking the quantities. So this is enough. I'm taking the same customer name and I'm applying it. So this we have done already by selecting our names, and this time we will go with the wildcard. Wildcard. So containing, so I need something the name which will start, which is having somewhere some values, some characters, say some in between. I need the alphabets that is having in a customer name, wherever it is, in between, in the beginning, at the end, from the beginning or at the end, or in between, wherever it is. I want to apply this are, containing are. I'll click on this apply. So wherever there is are, see are, and here ARE, here ARE. So these options, whichever wherever the place is containing ARE, this is displaying. Okay, so okay, let me try the same thing. I'll just duplicate it. I'm duplicating it. This time again we are going for edit filters. Again I'm using a wildcard, but not here containing. I'm going to use here that may starts with, okay, that may starts with AL. Let me give it as AL. I'm just randomly giving apply. See that whichever starts with AL, that I'm getting here. Okay, again I will duplicate this, and here again I'm going for this edit filters, wildcard. Now instead of starts with, we'll give it ends with ES. I'm just giving us ES, apply, okay. Oh, there are so many things. In that case, we will take less than that, edit filters, wildcard. Instead of ES, we will take it as ER. ER. Okay. Oh, this is also so much. So whatever the name that ends with ER, we have here. Okay. So this is how you will be doing it. That is, sometimes you want something that is equals to, you want it. In that case, what to do and how to pick the names, that in that case, we can apply that. So again, I will go for this. I'll go for this edit filters, then wildcard, exact matches. So I don't know exact matches. Let's take here ALI. I'll click on this. Okay, it will not show me. The reason is we may have many names, the full names. So ALI, when I'm giving here, see, I have Ali Jagger, Ali Mander John, something like that. Alice like this. It's not which is having in the beginning or last. I have to give the entire name, only then it will take. So let me give here as this one, ALIJERGER. Okay, exact matches, JERGER, apply. Okay, see, only that, exact matches. So anything you have, that you can apply. So first one we have tried here, which is having a containing ARE, right? We have containing ARE, we have tried. Then starts with AL, ends with ER, and then we came with this option that is exactly equals to the particular name. Then it gives me an output. You can try this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
Could you
ma'am.
please repeat the exact match, ma'am?
Exact match. Okay. So look here. When I take the customer name, right? Customer name, I'll take the customer name and the number of quantities sold. Exact match means I cannot give anything like that may have one or two character completely. If I need some name, I need to give completely only. Only then it will accept. So say I want this name, then I cannot give it as ABB. ABB which is starting containing. But I want the exact same information now. So what I will do is I'll take this customer name while I'm going to take here as exact match. So I'll give this name A B B I Abhi. Okay, B B Y Abhi May MEI. Then I'll click on this apply. Only that name will be displayed. For that, we will use exact match. But when you are giving the exact match, even the spellings must match. Even when there is a slight mistake in your spellings, it won't give you an output. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Have you all done others? Are you people still doing it?
Ma'am, done.
Okay. So next filters we will see. Okay. Again, I'm taking here the same thing, customer name, and I'll take here sales. So these are the sales I have. Now I have to apply the filters. Okay. So what I will take the same customer name here, and we will go on the condition. So I'm giving here by field sales if it is more than 10,000 who has made a sales. This I have to see. So here I have 81, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 range. I'll just apply. See, there is nothing. Okay. Let me just take it as 1,000. Apply. For this, again I'm taking a customer name, condition, sales. So instead of equals to, I have to take here as greater than. Sorry, I made this mistake, my mistake. Greater than 15,000. Apply. See, greater than 15,000, 1%. So let me take here greater than 10,000. Apply. These are the sales that has happened greater than 10,000. If I'm taking here less than, so less than 10,000, all these are less than 10,000. So I'm taking here greater than or equals to 10,000. Apply. So this is what I'm getting based on a value. You can try all these things, equals to, not equals to, less than, less than or equals to, greater than equals to, any of this you can try. I just gave you a sales value that is greater than or equals to 10,000. I wanted, I have applied the filters. So you can try this, only this particular people. If you take it as entire people, so edit filters, I will change here. I will just remove the values. I'll click on this. Okay, apply. Now see, all the customers name cannot be seen. So instead I'm just taking here the names that is greater than the value sales which I would have made greater than 10,000, and I'll click on this apply. It's okay, only these people are there. So these are the names. So if I want to see the sales value, I'll take the sales value and put it into labels. Now you can see the sales labels. Whichever the format you want, that you can take highlighted tables or this, or even the pie chart, bar chart. Okay, tree map, anything you want that you can take. So let it be the tree map itself. I'll take the sales value and drop it into the label so I can see the names as well as this labels. So what we have done is we have done based on the condition, the sales value. You can try this filter. Is it done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, fine. So we have some other filters option. So we will continue in a tomorrow's session. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
So today we will wind up the session. We will continue in tomorrow's section. Do you have any doubts for the today's class? Ma'am, I can't see your screen. Oh my god. Sorry, Priyanka. I'm seeing your message now. Do you have any questions, Priyanka? Where is she? Has she left? Okay, I think she has left. Who is this Falgun? Falgun, I'm seeing your name for the first time today. Most probably the attendance which I marked for last 5 days. I didn't see your name at all. Were you joining all the days?
Ma'am, I was joining from 5 days, ma'am.
This 5 days, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so because previous to
First,
that date when I was marking attendance, I didn't see your name in joining list only.
yes, ma'am. First 10 days I didn't attend.
Hmm.
From then I am attending, ma'am.
Okay, who is attending from now, like last 5 days, other than Falgun? No one? Okay, fine then. If no one is having any questions or anything, let's wind up the session. Okay. So tomorrow we will continue with the other filters method based on date and values condition based. We will see. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. That's all for today. Bye everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.